Why hello there, Shomsters and Shomstresses alike. Shoms Nelson here from Pen and Blade, and welcome to patch 1.1. That's right, patch 1.1 is live, baby. Of what the working title is World of Conquest, the world building game. Version Alpha 1.1, that's patch 1.1. Here's our current state of affairs. And I'm gonna go ahead and work on putting these place names in here while some players show up. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. We've got another one down there. So I'm gonna go over to the live chat, and if you're watching, say hello and let me know if you want to play. We're gonna give priority to the people who were playing last week to continue their players. We'll give them like maybe 20 minutes or so to show up, and then we'll just have to get started because I want to play test this game a decent amount today. So right now I think you can see me. I'll get rid of me once we start playing. But let me see, what are you guys looking at right now? Alright, I'll make myself a little smaller so you can get a better view of the map. Something like that. Oh yeah, fantasy fan. What's up, Molluscoid? I know you're. I know you. Yeah. All right. You want to play? So if someone doesn't show up, which I'm sure, I doubt all 5 people will show up, you'll have to take over their civilizations. No, I don't want to exit. Oops. All right. So I'll explain the background of the game and stuff a little bit and how it works. But the main thing you got to check out is the link in the description, or I'll send it in the chat. This has a lot of rules, and if you guys can go ahead and kind of like look it over and let me know if you have any questions, that'll help you get up to speed. Hey, what's up, Zeldery? Here, I'll do this one. Patch 1.1 rules and character sheets. So you guys know what that is. It's not just like a random awkward link. What's up, Paul? Man, we got a lot of people popping in real quick. Oops, I gotta move this over so I can see how many peeps are watching. Oh, okay. 6 homies. Alright, you guys. I thought I would have more time to put all these place names and stuff. I still think I'll have enough time, but I better get to it. Okay. I'm gonna put these all in a folder because there's gonna be a bunch, but I think it's worth it. So okay. What happened? It's like this is pretty much like like an MMO or any kind of video game update. There was a patch release, so all your skills and stuff were reassigned to the new skill level. So if you scroll down, you're gonna see I made a finite list of advancements, and instead of having it just completely open-ended, you choose from that list, but then you have a specialty. So I think that you have fishing with a specialty in Navy, or military has a specialty in Navy, and I think I gave you fishing, which doesn't have a specialty. So if you want to choose a fishing specialty, go for it. And the specialties basically will affect advantage and disadvantage in the world master instead of like the dungeon master. So I'm the world master. So I'll make calls of like, if you have a strong Navy, maybe you won't take a disadvantage on if Navy of your specialty, you won't take a disadvantage on an attack over a river while other people would. There's actually a rule about that. So certain things like that is where the specialty might come in play, but it's kind of a case-by-case thing since this is such a fluid type game. And was your Navy at level 2? I remember I kept the advancements, like you had a certain number of advancements, and I was going to make military level 2, and I think I changed it to level 1 and fishing level 1 because you need fishing now to get food from to unlock the passive food gain of lakes and rivers and coasts. Coasts also have a passive food gain now. So hold on. Oh yeah, so that's S-guard. Earth-guard. I always do that. Earth-guard. You guys hear me all right and everything? Did you catch that, fantasy fan? I'm having a feeling he's looking at the dock carefully, scrutinizing all my rules, and just shaking his head like, oh, Shams, how far you have fallen. So let's see, let's go back over here. Oops. I'm not using names here. So I'll start explaining some stuff while I go through this and make the place names. So let's go to, we're doing the Wood Elves right now. So Slungard, Earthguard, and Yitzt have the forest terrain. So up down here, below the intentionally blank page, forest terrain gives +1 resources per turn. So we have a new mechanic of resources, which I'll explain soon. And it also gives you +2d10 if you're inside the forest when you're defending, because it's hard for an enemy, you know the forest and they don't. A lot of stuff I don't explain why, but I think it makes sense. And if you want to ask me why or challenge that it makes sense, then that's what playtesting and alpha testing and all that stuff's all about. So we've got Slungard. It sounds like slum, so it makes me think like, is that the is that like the slum of the Wood Elf world? And then Yitzt, which is actually quite a big city. Or maybe I'll make it a bigger, make the name big. Alright, let me make sure to see if you got any questions in the chat. Awesome, that'd be a good way to keep things flowing. Oh no, okay. Yeah, so, okay, Andre, cool. Now, were you here at the end of, yeah, you're the Wood Elf. So we're talking about your guys' right now. So since they're in the forest, they get +2d10 defense when being attacked. So there's defense and offense, and you'll get boosts based on usually d10s. So let me erase also the settlements underneath here. Or no, I'll just keep going and I'll do that last. You guys will see how it works. We're going to just keep playing kind of like off the cuff, and I'll explain the rules as I go, because I think it's too much to explain. But hopefully, now that there actually are, set rules that I think make sense, if you guys can take some time over this week to look them over, to think about it, so that drinks. You're on the same page, and maybe even make some suggestions on things you'd want to change about the rules and stuff like that. That would be most welcome. Okay, and plaques. Cool. So we got all those. Alright, so a couple things have changed. The main thing you're going to want to check out if you're a player is all the different terrain bonuses, because there are some that have, some have gotten better or worse. There have been changes. There have been a lot of updates. Almost everything has changed. There's also a something you can collect called resource, and basically resource is just an overarching term for all kinds of resources. Oh, no way. That's cool that you've been thinking about it. Yeah, man. I had like a Rain Man moment yesterday. I just sat down and started, sorry, one second, I don't want to do that one. And started working on this, and I was just like, boom, 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 boom. I was like, like in those movies when all you see just like random equations and stuff going on around the guy's head. That was me. And then I just came up with all this stuff, and I was just like typing away. So I'm pretty excited. I think it's actually a decently solid system. It'll need tweaks and stuff, but I could actually see myself developing this into a game that like people could pick up a rule book and play without anyone explaining it to them, and not having to I almost think that D&D is not one of those games where you can just pick up the book without anyone explaining it to them. Like, you have to have... So that is kind of like a... Oops. There's a sort of goal of sorts. Okay, so I'll explain some things while I'm down here. So basically, you're gonna have your lake and your river bonus because you have fishing level 1. And then I think at fishing level 3, you get a coast bonus now too for Maw. And at fishing level 3, the coast bonus goes up to 3d6 because this reflects your ability to go out in boats and fish out of schools of fish in the sea, which can yield tons of food. which can help your population grow. Like port cities are usually huge. So that might be something you might be interested in working towards. But now it costs 5 resources to Stroth is a big one, so I'll make Stroth a little bigger. No, I'm not going to worry about the size, actually, because then I'm going to take up too much precious time. Okay. I'll make Pixium and Mayon a little smaller, because they kind of stick out. But, so, Piscium. Okay. So, one thing that, there's a lot of rules. I don't want to get into them. I don't want to, like, confuse and overwhelm you guys. So, I'll get into them as they come up. I have most of them in my head. So I'm sorry if it seems like I'm springing something on you later, where I'm like, well, now you're going to lose your food bonus because you're not, Okay, so let's look at this specific situation, and I'll explain a few things. So, Vovon and Plax. Usually when 2 civilizations are bordering... Hey, what's up, Professor Stratego? Yeah, Pixelated Warrior, hope he gets here. Greetings, Professor. So we're going to be, hey Paul, we're going to be streaming every Sunday. I'm going to try to do it around 9, 10 a.m. Probably more like 10 a.m. On Sundays. Hey, cool, man. Alright, so while everyone's kind of saying hi and all, I'll explain the little territory rules. Hopefully I'll get this straight, because this affects you here and here. So when 2 territories touch each other, you start losing passive bonuses. Meaning, the bonus that you get... I don't think resource collection... Oh, I'm not sure. I didn't think about that. I wish I had. But at least food. So these 2 aren't going to both... They're fighting for resources on this river. But since Vovan is upriver and is larger than Plax, it won't take that passive detriment. It won't lose its passive fish bonus, because the upriver on a river. If they were both on the lake and they touch each other, then they'll both lose their passive bonus until the lake is not being shared by anyone whose territories are touching. So if someone was over here and their territories weren't touching, they wouldn't affect until they met in the middle. If there was a guy here and their territories were touching, you'd have to take him over or something. But there are certain things like trade. There are certain advancements that can make it good to be touching touching borders. So like you get 1 resource per turn for every other player's territory, your territory's border. So Vovan, I think, will earn 1 resource per turn, because I believe that the drow elves have trade. Level 1, is that correct? Yeah. So don't forget that you're going to get 1 extra resource per turn from Plax. If Drinks was to get trade level 1, he'd get 1 extra resource per turn from Yitz. Same if, what's it called? If the Wood Elves, if Andre took trade, he would get that bonus. So it can work on both sides. You can both get the bonus. So we're going to start pretty soon. I'm glad you're excited to get started. I'm going to see. So one other person wanted to play Mollusk Old. You still there? You still interested in playing? If so, make yourself known. And anyone else who's interested in playing. I think we got 1 or 2 open slots. So let me clean up the map a little bit. And then by the time I'm done cleaning up the map, I think we'll be ready to start. And so we're actually, I don't know if you guys remember, but I told you there was 4 ages. Alright? There are 4 ages. The first age is the age of tribes. Second age is the age of kingdoms. Alright? In this game, today, we're going to be moving from the age of tribes to the age of kingdoms. Alright? And you'll see, I don't 100% know what that means, but I know a few changes that'll happen. But in between, one of the more important things is there's going to be a world event in between the shift between the Age of Tribes and the Age of Kingdoms. And by the way, the Age of Heroes comes after the Age of Kingdoms, and I have some ideas for that, and I think I'm really excited about that. That's going to be epic. So today we're finishing up the Age of Tribes, and we're going to start the Age of Kingdoms. Alright, so let me go ahead. Put the settlement names back on. Good, we're looking good. Everything looking good, you guys. Let me zoom out so you can see the whole map. You can also go to the Google Doc, which I'll link in the chat again. Where is it? Let me scroll up and just copy paste. Oops. Did that work? No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Alright. Alright. So that's important. You're gonna want to check out the rules and everything like that. If you're playing, you're gonna want to be in that document. And finally, Age of Sigmar. Who is Sigmar? Who's Purple? Purple was Jimmy, but they're the humans. You can check on the. Go ahead and try to click over to the doc, and you can scroll down and see who's everyone. I even color coded them. So if you want to trade with Global, whoever Purple is, you don't need to. Global doesn't need to do anything. All you need to do is to get the advancement of trade. And any time you border another civilization, you'll get a +1 resource every time from that. So yeah, so you can, and it costs 5 resources. So let me show you a bunch of changes. So we're gonna go over the rules. Hey, Erix, man, I was talking to you in the chat. What's up from Germany? Cool, man. I was just thinking, I don't know, I feel like I have an affinity towards Germans for some reason. I was thinking about that the other day. I don't really know what it is or why, but I'm like, yeah, I feel like I get them. You know what? I don't know what it is, but or something. I don't know what it is. Anyways, so we're gonna need. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. I'd rather not AI more than 1. So we've got the Drow Elves. Fantasy Fan has got them covered right here in the light blue. All right. We've got the Wood Elves. Okay, and Endre has got those guys covered. So we're good on that. We've also got that's it, I think. Is that it from our Professor Stratego? Who did you play last time? Didn't you play someone? Were you the orcs? Yeah. Did you... Why am I confused about this? Did you change? Professor Stratego or the orcs? Oh, because the orcs were started by someone else. So we've got right here in the red, we've got Professor Stratego handling the orcs. We're missing purple, which are the humans with a vampire speciality. And we're also missing the halflings, who are of a barbarian variety up here. Alright, so if 2 other people want to play, Mollusk Old, if you want to play, Oid, Mollusk Oid, or Erix, Gut der, nope, I don't Gut der or anything, I don't speak any German at all. Oh, he's German too. Professor Stratego, yeah, that's right, I think I found that out too. I feel like Germans like my channel or something. I don't know, that's what I'm saying, like, it's weird. There's a lot of, and then there's this other guy, Marcus Creation, who I did some collab videos with, who was also German. Alright, so Mollusk, you're going to take up, you're going to do the halflings. Okay, so I'm going to put you down on the game table right here. I don't even know how to spell your name. I'm just going to call you Mollusk. Is that cool? Unless you want me to call you whatever else, you just let me know. Alright? So, you're taking over the halflings. Just to let you know, they just attacked the orcs and lost, and it was pretty detrimental, so you're kind of starting from behind a little bit. But they got a pretty cool racial trait that makes them stronger in battle starting now. Each of you guys have a racial trait as well, so you might want to check that out. Alright? And, oh, Fantasy Fan, I didn't give you a racial trait. Do you have an idea for that? For something that would make sense for drow elves? Oh man, how did I miss that? Maybe something to do with the darkness. Alright, whatever. I'm sorry, dude. I'll have to try to figure it out. You're doing pretty well, so I don't think you're at too much of a disadvantage. Thanks, man. I live in Topanga, California. It's just right up, it's in like Los Angeles, but basically in the north side of Los Angeles. We have peace. Alright, so I'm going to finish, so Mollusk has got the halflings up here. Erix or, who else is here? Paul, Erix, or someone else in the beginning was saying they might want to play. Oh, no, that was Mollusk. Yeah, if anybody else wants to play, we've got one more civilization, the orcs over here. And they're actually kind of doing the best, so someone should... Oh, no, that's Stratego. Sorry, who do we have left? Oh, we have the purple. We got the humans over here. And they've got an offensive flair. Alright, so I'll do the humans. and we'll start getting affinity for darkness. Yeah, how would that translate into mechanics? What if they start off with mining? That's what I'll do. You're gonna get an extra technology. So you start off with mining masonry level 1. So you get extra resource from the mountains. Begin with, I like to do it this way. So there are 4 levels for each technology, and the last level is usually like pretty like is a little more OP than the last 3 levels. So the jump from 3rd to 4th level will usually give you something a lot more powerful than the jump from 1st to 2nd level. Oh, and you can choose a specialty in fishing, and you can choose a specialty in mining masonry, which I think would probably be dark vision. And that's what makes them able to be good miners and stuff, or their specialty when they're mining. And then if you want a specialty in trade as well, I'm not sure what that means. Specialty in trade and specialty in fishing. So we're going to get started in a moment, and we're just going to start from the top down. So the halflings will go first, and I'm going to go through the rules real quick and kind of explain to you guys everything, because you got to get caught up. It might take probably take 5 minutes. All right. And then whenever you have questions, hopefully you'll be caught up. All our players are here. So, let me make sure there are no questions. Remember the horcs. Yeah, so the horcs are at Morgan Brack. They're just starting. Like right now it's halflings and orcs. I don't think horcs, maybe in 1 or 2 turns, the horcs will start breeding. Alright, cool. So, alright. So I'm going to go through the rules. I think everyone's here. Paul, if you feel like you want to jump in and take over the humans at the end of this, you're welcome to, but everyone who's playing, please pay attention, and if you have any questions, let me know in the chat, and I'll probably answer them all at the very end. Well, maybe, no, I'll check after each section, so we can go one section at a time. Which is my racial tweak? We'll get to that in a minute, so I'll go through everyone's racial stuff as well. Alright. So first I'm going to go through all the rules, and then I'll go through each individual person, because I don't think these will make as much sense until you... and you just get an offensive, because they're orcs. It won't make as much sense until you check out the rules. Okay, so here we go. Let me just get my head together. So on each turn, we're going to try to do turns pretty quickly. In each turn you have one choice. You can make a choice from one of these 5 options. Grow, expand, advance, attack, and migrate. Migrate has been added since last time in patch 1.1. Here's what each one does. Grow means to grow the population of all your settlements. That means that you're going to get 1d6 die roll for each settlement, and it's as in addition to any passive growth you have, and your settlement just grows. Very simple. Expand. Alright, I'm going to explain resources soon. Expand means to create a new civilization. You cannot expand within your own territories. I think actually one of the level 4 advancements allows you to expand within your own territories. But usually you can't. You have to expand either right to the edge or into the white. Alright? It costs 5 resources to expand, and you do not grow. There's no passive growth on an expand phase. In addition, when you expand, you do your... Last time I let you choose people from each of these. From now on, you have to migrate from one city to the next settlement. To the settlement. And you can't migrate from Mayon over here across Gradgorad. You'd have to go from Gradgorad to here. So that's where the migrate turn comes in. You might have to spend a turn, if you have a large population in Mayon and you want to move them up here, spend a turn migrating them to Gradgorad, and then you spend a turn expanding them up to here. But for Mayon, you could feasibly, expand anywhere over here. You could even say that you want to expand like here, or all the way up to Morgan Brack, but not past it. So you could have an expansion here that was from Mayon, for instance. I think that would be fair. Okay? Because basically, like, if there's a town in between where they're going to settle and where they start, they're going to stop there. That's a migration move. Then we've got advance. Let me see if there's any questions so far. Yeah, the cost, the resource thing is a really big change that I think is gonna be really fun. Not too complicated, but adds an element of strategy. Thanks. So then advancement also costs 5 resources. All right. So it's a technological advancement, and there's a huge list. Well, not a huge, but a medium-sized list. All these that you can choose from, and you can advance into a new one. So you can unlock carpentry, religion level 1, metallurgy level 1, or you can, if you have metallurgy level 1, you can upgrade it to level 2. Whatever it is, it costs 5 resources. Academia, if you get the academia, what's it called? Advancement, though, it lowers it to 4 resources. Well, that's one of the perks there. All right. And now we are on, so that's advancement. And when you advance, you do get passive growth. The only time you don't get your passive growth is expanding. Alright? When you attack, here, let me actually make sure I forget to write this. Alright? When you attack, there's new attack mechanics, which I'll explain when we attack. But basically, you're going to take you're going to choose a number of people to send. And again, it has to be from one city. So you have to migrate people to create an army in Fishix, and then send them from Fishix to Gradgorod or Mayon. You can't send them straight from Piscium per Axioma straight to, Mayon or Gradgorod. You'd have, because Fishix is pretty much in between, so you're gonna have to do a migrate move. All right, I could actually argue that there might have to be a technology or one of the upgrades like fishing / sailing level 3. You can go downriver and attack anyone downriver and pick people up. So actually, I'll probably add that. But for now, let's not complicate things too much. And then there's all these bonuses. You're gonna roll a d20. That's gonna randomize it a bit. Then plus any bonuses, which are usually from advancements. But there are also detriments and bonuses provided by. I don't know if that's the correct word. Advancements. Okay, we already said that. Terrain or circumstance. Circumstance is world master choice. So if I think a circumstance, I'll add or subtract as I see necessary. For terrain, like for instance, if the halflings attacked, never mind. Let's not get into specifics. We'll get that into the game. All right. What's it called? And you know what? Let me actually move. I forgot that this is probably in the way, but I want to keep myself up here for a second. All right. Over there. Look over there, guys. All right. Look over there. Let's see, any questions? Alright, cool. Can we make a turn row? Oh, now. Okay, yeah, we'll do our turn soon. Alright, I'll do this quick. We'll get into, so I'll explain attack when we get to that. Migrating means to move population from one settlement to another. Alright, it doesn't, if you want to migrate within, like from Mayon to Gradgorod, that doesn't cost a turn. You can do that in addition to anything. But from Mayon to Morganbrock, you'd have to, because they're not connected. So that's important. And if you try to migrate through enemy territories, that's another thing, but I don't think we'll get to that yet. So, like if you tried for plaques to build a thing here, then Vauvan would get an attack of opportunity. And if they wipe them out, they could take the plaques guys as their own. Terrain detriments, if you're crossing mountain range, desert, forest, you're going to get minuses to your attack because those are tough terrains to go across. If the settlement is on the other side of a river, then it's going to be tough. So if you attract Gradgorod, presumably they're on this side of the river, you're coming down. Well, I guess you could come from there. Anyways, whatever. Alright, then all these things, they have different bonuses. The important one to know about is that resources. You get resources for mountains and hills, 1 per turn passively, and forests as well, 1 per turn. Those are the 3 things. Hills, mountains, and forests are your main resource ones. Rivers, lakes, and coasts give food. And also, if you take agriculture, you can get passive food from the white areas of the map. Alright, so that's important. That's a big one. Where is it? Agriculture. So that's in plains. All the white area are considered plains. or if you had like here and then you buy a river, you get 2d6. So agriculture is actually pretty powerful, which it is in real life, which is why I made it that way. Alright, I'm not going to go through these individually. You can look through and decide on your own. And I think that's it. And then down here we have the old version. So I'll go through the players and explain stuff as we start playing. So let's start with the halflings. Mollusk, you're first. You gain resources, Endre, from passively, like you do food, from mountains, hills, and forests. So Endre, you're going to be getting 3 resource per turn passively. Alright? So Mollusk, you're dark blue. Atheist halflings. I gotta go back and read this chat. I think I missed a lot, but we'll do it. But let's start playing. So, Mollusk. And also, I have a kind of rule. So, Mollusk is going now. Next is going to be Professor Stratego. So, Professor, please decide what you want to do now so that you can let me know as soon as, so we can get the pace going quickly. And also, you know, Endre and all the rest of you guys, think about your turn so you're ready to go when your turn comes up. All right? So, and if you take a little too long, I might just decide for you, and usually I'll just decide growth, because that's the easiest and the fastest. So I'm going to grab my dice right here, and I'm actually going to turn off my face. I'm going to turn my face off, because, yeah. Because my beauty is too powerful, and I don't want to blind you guys. Oh, San Diego. Go. Alright. So, Mollusk, your racial trait. Okay, so when people attack, you send an army, and you usually use half the army's strength to calculate your attack. You use 2/3 of the army's size to calculate your attack. So you got a little advantage because these halflings, I'm going to call them savage halflings. That's not a typical set, and he wanted them to be like Vikings. Let's do halflings, savagelings, whatever. Okay, and so you're going to get passive, so let's start playing. So unless you're going to expand, which you can't, you've got to choose. Alright, Mollusk, you got 5 choices. You don't really have 5 choices, because you can't do some of the things. Grow, expand, advance, attack, or migrate. You cannot advance or expand because we're all starting at 0 resources. Alright, we'll build them up as we go along. Unfortunately, I don't think Mollusk is going to get any resources, which makes me wonder, what do you do if you don't have... I think there should be a rule that you get a minimum of 1 resource every turn. That's it. You just get 1. If you don't have resources from anything else, you just get 1. Because it's kind of unfair that there's no forests and stuff up here. I probably should have thrown some forests. I would have if I had known about I'd planned this out a little better. But, so basically you can either grow your population, or you can attack someone, but I wouldn't suggest it because you just attacked, or you can migrate, which moves families from one settlement to another. But since it's all in one territory, that doesn't count as a move. So if you want to move them, so basically you got to grow, I think, dude. And, unless you, yeah, you got to grow. So what I'm going to do, busting out my D6. We're going to do Pixium Axioma, and this is cool because you also get 1d6 from the coast. So here, let me show you what you got here going on. So, Pixium Axioma. River and coast are the 2 terrain tags. Each one gives 1d6. If you get your fishing to level 3, the coast one will give 3d6, because you can go deep sea fishing. Alright, so we're going to do Pixium Axioma is going to get 3d6, 6, 2, 5. Alright, so that's 8 plus 5, that's 13. So we got 23. And then Fishix and orcs. Professor Stratego, let me know what you want to do because you're coming up. And so we're going to get your growth plus a river, so that's 2. We got 2 and 5, so 7. Alright, and then that's pretty much it for this turn. So the turn should go fast, hopefully. And then you're gonna get good. You think you said resource at the end of our rounds? Yeah, actually, you should get them at the beginning. I'm gonna give them because then you can spend them. I think that's better. So you just get one resource because I don't think you're near anything and that give you resource. So that's kind of, now that I'm looking at this one resource thing, I think I just have to make the maps more varied. Like if there was a forest here, he'd be getting some extra resource. But it now pushes him to maybe he wants to settle, you know, down here, right here, he'd get a bunch of resources. One from the forest and one from the mountain. See, and then you could upgrade technologies, advancements, I mean, to do that. Alright, so Professor Strategic, advancement in weaponry. So you need, it took a couple hours to do 1.1. So you need 5 resources to, you're going to need 5 resources to, what's it called? So you have a lot of defense stuff right now. So let's look at Professor Stratego. You don't have any resources, so you cannot, no one can, I think everyone's going to have to just grow, maybe. Okay, wait, let's see what resources you would get. I'm going to say that Morgon Brack and Mayon are pretty much at the edge of a forest, okay? So you're going to get 2 resources right off the bat. Maybe everyone should get a minimum of 1 per turn, plus whatever extra stuff they have. Let's try that. So it's going to be 3. So you get 1 passive resource, no matter what, and then you get 1 from the forest here. So let me add that actually. We're going to have Mayon and Morgon Brack. Brad Garod's got Lake and River. So you still don't have enough to do an advancement or an expansion. So I think you're going to have to either grow. You could grow, attack, or migrate. So what's it going to be, Professor Stratego? You wrote it in the chat. Can you just write it again so it'll be faster for me, please? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna do grow unless you let me know real quick what you want to do. But I think we can go ahead and come back to you because I think I saw in Fantasy Fan say to grow. Focus on growth this turn. Yeah, it's right there. Alright, so or I don't know if you. So Professor Stratego, I'm gonna choose growth for you this turn. So you got a second to change. Okay, cool. He'll grow, and then Fantasy Fan, you're also gonna grow. So this is great. So after Fantasy Fan, we've got Endre, and then I'm gonna play the AI. So Endre, decide what you're gonna do. You guys are both growing. So let me go to your character sheets and let's do some growth. So we got a lake, which is going to be 2d6. I believe it's still set at 2d6. And let me make sure about that. Oh yeah, so lake terrain features. Lake 2d6. Okay, good. Yeah, because I feel like it's easier to catch fish in a lake and there's more fish than in a river. Yeah, okay. Cool. So we've got 2d6, 3d6, because we've got the passive 1d6. I mean, we've got the growth phase. So we've got 1d6, okay, 3d6 for Mayon, 2, 5, 3, so 10. Grell Garod is going to be 4. Wow. 3, 3, 6, 6. So 12 plus 6, 18. Nice, wow. 18 plus 14. I should be able to do this in my head, but I don't even feel like it. That's right, I don't feel like it, you guys. And I've got an awesome graphing calculator. Ooh, 32, baby. And then Morgon Brack is going to get 3. And that's the home of the hashtag horcs. And horcs are born this turn, my friends. 3, I got 2, 1, and 5. So 3, 5, 8. Horcs, man. They're not quite as prolific as orcs. Hashtag horcs, baby. Horcs 2019 for president. Alright. And then you've already got your resources, so we're going to move on to... Oh, wood elves come before drow elves for some reason? I thought that was the other way around. But let's see. Advanced defense. So you don't have the resources yet, I don't think. You're going to have 4. You need 1 more, I'm afraid. So let's do the wood elves real quick. You got 4 resources, man, but you need 5 unless you take in the academia thing. And you'll get your passive growth. You might have to just grow. I'll let you know, but let's do growth for the drow elves real quick, and then I'll come back. So drow elves, this should be interesting. Vovan. I got mountains. So you got 1 resources from nothing, just to get 1 resources for playing the game. You got 1 from mountains. All right. So that's 2. I think that's it. Or does mountains give you 2? Do you have mining or anything? +1 resources from mountains. Aha, see? So mountains give you 2. Boom. You got 3 resources. Now let's do some growth. So we're going to have 2, 4, 4, and 2. No, 3. Because the coast gives 1, river gives 1. So, Vovan, 2, 6, and 6, dude. I'm glad for Vovan because I think it was getting really bad rolls before. Alright, Stroth. This one's gonna get 4 rolls. Wow, okay. 4, 4, 5, 4. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 5, 17, plus 19. Use the calculator. 36. Dang. Dude, I can see a power struggle growing between the drow and the orcs. Let's all keep peace. Deshaun the Wit. Alright, we'll see about that. You guys aren't even ready for the world event. I'm going to give you guys 2 more turns after this, and we're going to go into the world event. And we might even have to end at the world event before the Age of Kingdoms. But we'll see. We might start the Age of Kingdoms. Alright, cool. So, I think you said you'll grow. All hail the Hawks. So, Andre's gonna grow. Yeah, I think everyone's probably just gonna grow this turn. Let's just do that. That'll be fun. So, let's continue the growth phase. We're gonna need 4 for shout. 2, 5, 2, 1. 2, 2, 1. So, 5 plus 5, 10. Alright. So shout's at 23. And then we got Ma is going to be 3. 2, 5, 1. 8. 18. So if you were to get your fishing to level 3, it would the coast would start doing 3d6 passive growth for Ma. So that would be crazy. Alright, so then humans, we're just gonna grow. So they've got all this vampire stuff. Vampire magic, vampire warriors, human livestock. Oh, +1 resources per turn. Oh, that's what the magic utility level 1 does. So that's cool. So I gave you resources. So he's going to get 2 resources per turn static. 1 from regular just playing. And 1 from human livestock. And then look at that. 3 mountains. So he's got a lot of resources. So maybe I won't. Maybe he could advance. He could grow. But he doesn't have that many people. So I think I might still do a growth phase. And then the other thing is you could trade resources. So if you want to trade people for resources or something like that, that's what I was thinking. Like, what can you trade for resources? That is the question. Oh, Vovan! I almost forgot. We didn't finish your turn because we got to remember this stuff. You get +1 resources per turn for every other player's territory in your territory's border, or your territory's border. So you're bordering plaques right there. So we're gonna give you 1 extra resource from your trading with plaques. And here, so we've got these. So now going back to the humans, their racial trait because of the vampire thing is well, you can read it for yourself. I'm gonna figure this out. So we've got 1, 2, 3 mountains plus a forest. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's gonna get. I think he's just gonna. I'm just gonna grow just to keep it moving. But now he's got tons of resources. He's gonna keep getting tons of resources. So this is interesting. I could probably go like tech and offense and really just mess with you guys because you guys wanted to take down the wizard Sham. All right, take down the wizard Shams. 3. We're rolling for drinks. 3. So we got another 6, 22. Global. Oh yeah, he only gets 1. 4. So it's 8. And then plaques. 5. Oops. Oh, and 6. Wow, okay. Oh, lucky plaques. Now, does that make it, wait, 5 and 6, so it's going to be 24. Does that make it bigger than Bovan? Oh, it's the same. So, now that they're the same size, alright. Oh, now I've got to go in and make the territories bigger this turn. But now that they're the same size, Bovan is going to lose its passive bonus from the river growth. Unless it can get bigger than plaques. Or take over plaques. Alright, but you are getting +1 resource there. So let me check back on the chat. We're pretty much done. What did I miss? There shouldn't be wars, but this is World of Conquest. You guys are supposed to take each other over. Let's make a fantasy NATO. Fantasy in the UN. That's hilarious. You guys are so annoying. If you guys do that, yeah, exactly. I'm going to play myself and be very strong. Exactly. That's what's going to happen if you try to challenge my might by banding together in this game instead of fighting each other like you should and destroying each other for my pleasure. This is like a gladiator arena for me. Dang, man. Everyone turned against me real quick. Alright, alright. Just wait for 2 turns. Just wait 2 turns. And we'll see what's up. You know what? I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad I'm AIing Jimmy's thing. Look at this. Offensive magic. Military vampire warriors. Come on. 1d6 population each city after an attack because I'm eating your humanoids. Alright, bring it on. I ain't scared. I ain't never been scared, actually. Alright, you guys. We're gonna start back up here. So Mollusk, get ready for your next turn. Professor Strat, check out all your stuff. If you want to trade, you can discuss trade. So like right now, you need some resources. You need some resources, Mollusk. So maybe you could give me some of your. Maybe I'll give you 1 resource for 1 resource per 2d6 humanoids for 2d6 population. So I'll give you 1 resource, I'll roll 2d6, and I'll take that many population from, I guess I would have to take it from Fishix. So it might require a migration move, but you can do that without wasting a move. So anyways, I could take it from either. So if you want to make that trade, 1 resource for 2d6, or if you want to make it a flat 5, it's probably a better deal, isn't it? 6 will be, if you want to make a flat 6. So 6 people for 1 resource. We'll trade. Deal. All right. You want to do the? Let's do the 2d6 to make it more exciting. So how many resources do you want? You want 2 resources? You want 3 resources? Let's see. You're gonna get 1 resource automatically at the start of this turn. Think about it. I'll do your thing so you know what you got at the start of this turn. You're gonna get that, and you're going to get. Let's give you your passive growth. So that's going to be 2d6 for Pixium and 1d6 for Fishix. 4, 2, and 5. So 6 over here, 7, 8, 9, and 5 over here, 19. Alright? So let me know. Oh, flat 6. Alright, fine, fine, we can do that. So you get 3 resources, alright? And I'm gonna do the territories. You decide what advancement you want. So you got 5 total. And then the flat 6, that's fine. So we're gonna do 6 times 3 is 18. Where do you want me to take them out of? I'm gonna just take them out of here for now, and you can tell me how you want to redistribute them. Or 18, I'll take it out of here, and then you tell me how many you want over there. It's a free movement because they're in the same territory. So you can say I want, 10 more in Fishix from Pixia. And then, so now I've got 18, and I'm going to put them in Global. It's good, man. We want Global to have a little more oomph. So we got 18 plus 8, baby. 26, that's what I'm talking about. That was a good trade. Alright, and I think you can talk about trades, but you can only trade on your turn or the turn of the person you're trading with. So it has to be the turn of someone who's involved in the trade. You can't be trading on the side while someone else is having their turn, because then it could get too sketchy. Alright, cool, so we made that trade. So that's cool that kind of trading for people, for resources works. I'm going to advance the territories. In the meantime, everyone think about your next turn. I'm guessing that Mollusk is going to take an advancement or an expand move, but alright, you know what? I was going to have the world event be something in particular, and now I'll adapt it to that idea that Professor Stratego made. That I'm going to, he lives in here on the edge of the wastelands, or maybe in the midst of the wastelands. But then how would he even survive? That's the thing. No, yeah, that does destroy the point of the game. But no, it's like right now we're just playtesting and stuff like that. Agricultural advancement. Okay, cool. That's a really great idea. And I'm going to do the territories real quick, and then I'm going to get to that. So everyone think about your names. I remember we were at 80. Good. Now let's go to the territories. And remember, you can only settle at the edge of your territory. So right now, I know it's kind of unfair because I didn't start you with any resources and you don't know all the rules, but that's like, this is just play testing, so things will be unfair and funny. And that's why I like the idea of you guys taking this to a different place where you're like banding up against me, because that could add an interesting element or playstyle to the game that I hadn't thought of. So I like that. That's what I think is good, especially in alpha. Once we get into beta, I might be like, okay, well, let's stick to the... So what happens is in forests, you expand less. So I'm actually just pushing less hard with my Wacom tablet. That's how I simulate that. So I push kind of hard there, and then less hard here. Alright, because you expand a little slower into forests, and don't expand past mountains. So what's going to happen here is it's going to go like that. So you go into the mountains, but you won't really go past it. And then the thing is, since I think the bigger civilizations should expand first. So like Plax would have the secondary thing. And until you get sailing maybe level 3, that might be another thing, it'll expand more slowly into the water. I think that might be a normal, even with more sailing. It's hard to claim territory on the water. Alright? Cool. I forget if you're supposed to expand past here, but we'll just leave it like that for now. Because one of the things about not crossing over, I think that happens at like level 3 sailing, because you might want to have another town right across the river, so you could have like 2 towns that are both reaping the benefit of this area right across from each other. But once you're into the territory, I think you need like culture level something to settle in your own territory. Okay, so almost done. Got 2 more. And then see, like, they don't have fishing, so I don't think he's expanding into there. So actually, maybe that's a good idea. I should build. I might have to. No, it's not that advantageous. But if I wanted to, I'd have to do like next turn. Oh, and then I forgot if I did I take off the resources, because you got 3 resources. Alright, so let me make sure I subtracted them. Yeah, I did not subtract them down here. 3. Okay, cool. So, alright, cool. So we're ready to get back into the next, oh, whoops, almost forgot the wood elves, man, because they're hidden up in the forest. So now they're the opposite. They expand outside of forests slowly, and inside of forests at a normal speed. So that's another wood elf trait. I'm gonna try to remember to add all these things. Oh, I forgot if global or whatever. It's good enough. So look at that, you guys. We're really starting to border up. This is getting interesting. It's starting to look like a real life map. You know what I'm saying? Alright, alright. Is this see-through? Alright, cool. Where are you guys at? Alright, I know that took a little while. I hope everyone's still excited. Yeah, okay. I was literally thinking about that when I was doing it. I think it would make sense that Yidst has the whole forest. So as soon as you get into forest, you're in Yidst territory. So I'm gonna change that in a second. But I forgot to grow yours. Yeah, what happened? Oh yeah, you get 1d6 passive growth. Well, what did you do on your turn? I gave you resources, so let me grow yours. And I forgot what your turn was. Did you do growth turn? Sorry, dude. Yeah. Alright, so yes, so I don't think I did the growth turn on you at all. So that means you're going to get 1 for each forest, because of your racial trait, and then 1 for just regular passive growth. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that, thanks for reminding me. There's a lot to keep track. This is good. I wish we were all sitting at a table, and then we could kind of, you know, I think it would be easier. So 2 and 4 for Erskard. So 17. Oops, 5 and 6 for Slungard. So that's going to be 25. And 6 and 4. Wow, 43. Yeah, Yitzt is way bigger than Globul. So let's go to Yitzt. And I'm going to just make that quick change, because that does make more sense. It might even be another... I think it should be a wood elf racial trait that they take over people's territories if the thing is on the edge of the forest. If it's not in the forest, they'll slowly eat away at their forest territory. Alright, cool. So, actually let me leave this calculator open. We're starting back up at the top. We'll do, if we can do 2 more turns, that would be great. If we do 1 more, maybe if it takes too long, then we'll go into the world event. The world event that's going to happen at the end of the Age of Tribes. Alright? Cool, so we did the growth action. Okay, so, Mollusk, you're up, and Professor Stratego, think about what you're going to want your moves to be. You might want to think about what resource you're going to have enough resources to spend. So, so yeah, you might want to, you can do an expand or what's the other one? Whatever, anyways, everyone think about your moves, alright? And we're going to start up here with Mollusk, with the Savage Halflings. Endre abuse. So, Mollusk, agricultural advancement. That's right, you did say. Okay, cool. So let's just do that. Your resources, I already did these because this was for this turn. So you're spending all your resources. It's going back to 0. And then you're going to get agricultural advancement. So agriculture level 1. And or animal husbandry. So you can choose that as like a specialty. If you want it to be like, oh, we actually heard, you know, buffalo. But basically domestication, because I feel the plains can be for, you know, grazing cattle. Well, we'll just put out agriculture to make it simpler. Alright, so 1 plus 1d6 passive growth in plains. So this does not affect you yet, because these guys are... does that affect them if they're right on a river? I think so, man, as long as the river is right on plains. So right here, you can't have forest and plains. That's okay. I think that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to give you... So that's... What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'm thinking because he has coast, he doesn't have plains. If you have coast, you don't have plains, because the coastline is not, you know, is not... But if you're right on a river and there's no forest next to you, then what's around you? Plains. So that makes sense. So it's at plains. Which means that Fishix will start getting a 1d6 passive growth bonus in addition, so it's going to get 2d6 passive growth every turn. Pixie Maxium will also get 2d6 from river and coast. It's pretty good. Does that make sense? So you can't expand because you spent your resources. You can grow. Growing will grow all of your cities. So let's just go ahead and do that, and then it'll be Professor Stratego's turn. So, and you can also move people from Pixie Maxium to Physics if you want, just as a free action because they're in the same blue territory region. So right now let's grow Pixie Maxioma. You're going to go growth, so you get an extra 1d6 on top of your regular passive growth from river and coast. So 3d6, 1, 3, and 1. Oh, not so great. So that was 5 total. So that's going to be 34. And then Fishix is also going to grow on a growth turn. On a growth turn, all your settlements grow. So we're going to get 3 here as well. 2, 3, 3. So 6, 7, 8. So 9 total. So let me know if you want to move any from there to there. And then we're going to move on to Stratego. Professor Stratego, what shall be your move? If I don't have enough resources, I will trade them. Weapon advancement, weaponry. So we've got advancements are more specific now. So I'm going to say that that's probably a military advancement. So let's go ahead and calculate how many resources you get. You're going to get 3 total. 1 from just regular, everyone gets 1. And then 1 from each forest. So you do have enough. We're going to take 5 away, so you have 1 left. We're going to come down here and find which advancement is going to be for weaponry. You can go military, plus 10, you're already level 1, I think, right? Let's see, what do you have up here? Oh, carpentry and architecture. So you can take military level 1. That would definitely be a good one to give you some offense. You can also take offensive magic level 1 if you want your to but you said weaponry. So weaponry makes me think it's probably military or metallurgy, which gives you a plus 5 offense flat instead of a d10. Steel is more reliable than men. I don't know if you've seen Conan, but it's a fact. So what are you thinking? Military level 1. Good call. All right. So you get 2d10 offense, because 1 from your racial trait of being an orc, you get plus 1 d10 offense. And you're pretty good defensively from your carpentry and architecture. So it's shaping up to be a pretty tough contender there, Professor Stratego. So we've already spent your resources. We've done your move. You're going to get your passive growth because you did an advancement. So you'll get your passive growth from Lake, which means 2, 1, and 3, so 4. You're going to get Gorod is going to get 3, 2, 4, 1, so 7 total. And Morgon Barak is going to get 2. 6 and 6. Oh man, these horcs are like rats, man. They're just reproducing like crazy. Those little Randy horcs. Hashtag Randy horcs. 2019, sure, why not? Oh, dude, Skeletor! Oh, man, it's awesome. I love seeing your little skeleton face popping up in there in the chat. Flesh is stronger. Flesh is... Oh, that's true. Thulsa... Man, you gonna ascribe to Thulsa's Doom philosophy over Conan's fathers and Conan's? Come on, man. Man, now I'm really gonna crush you. I might have to make a wizard barbarian or something. Oh, man. Alright. Or we might start off with a... Oh, I've got an idea. Oh, I've got an idea. Alright. Alright. You guys just wait. We got... You finish this turn, one more turn, and you're about to get owned. You did. I witnessed it. What? You didn't make my borders grow last turn. Oh yeah, the orcs. Yeah, I witnessed it. I did do that. I remember that. Those are the orcs. Professor Stratego are the red guys. All right, and the horcs are over here on Morgan Brack on the left. So so Andre, do you have enough to expand? Oh yeah, you will. That's for sure. So you're going to get 4 more resources, 8. Then you're going to take away 5 for expansion, 3. Boom. You're not going to take any growth because you expanded. You must expand from only 1 city. Alright? 20 families from Slumguard. Good. Oh man, you know how to play, man. Andre, you're a quick learner. 20 families from Slumguard, northeast Peninsula Bay. Up in here, right in here. Boom. Alright, so you're going to get coast, and if you get agriculture, you'll... Oh, you can't get coast and plains, I think. Yeah, you cannot get coast and plains. So you'll get coast, though, if you go right up on the thing. And I think that's what you're trying to do. So let me get... Oops, I haven't had to draw a city in there for a minute now. Okay, alright. How does that look? Whoops. Oops. Alright, how does that look, my friend? There it is. And then let's get us... Whoa. That's not what I intended to do. Where's Maw? Sounds like it's saying, Maw. What is the name of this new city, my friend? Forboard. You want plains, though? Okay. So I'll put it slightly inland. So then you won't get coast, but you will get plains. You good with that? You want it right in the middle or closer to the bay? If you put it right in the middle, you could build a bay city later, but you know the territories are going to expand, so the farther away you put it from the bay, the more turns you'll have before you cannot use that bay anymore. Oh, you meant coast. Okay. So you got coast. Okay, cool. That's easier then. So I'm going to leave it right there. Make it a little smaller because I don't know why it looks so much bigger than everyone else's. And we got 20 in what are we? 4 board. 4 board. And then let me add it to this. Board 20. We don't get any growth. We've only got 5 in the slum guard. Man, slum guard is just this nasty, like all these gross wood elves, just like I don't know, man, just living in the slums, the wood elf slums. Yo, what's up, Mo? Nope. Hey, yo, I dropped in to say hi. Oh man, your data. No, Skeletor. Oh, dude, it's an honor that you spent some of some of the last of your data on me. I wish I could I guess I would still use data. I don't know if I can all right, I don't know, man. If you think of a way I can help you out, let me know. Okay, cool. So I think that's it, right? For board, we'll do the territories at the end, and yeah, we're going on to the drow elves. I gotta remember that these moves are supposed to be snappy and fast, so we can get the game moving along. I keep thinking it's like D&D, where every time you take a turn, it's like 30 minutes of rule checking. All right, so let's keep this moving. Fantasy Fan, what's your move gonna be? And I'm gonna think of mine right now, and maybe even get it started while Fantasy Fan gets back to me. Then after that, we're going to have a really quick, I'm going to try to do a really quick expansion, territory expansion phase. And then, yeah. So I'm going to give you your resources first. So you're going to get, you get 2 resources from mountains, right? Yeah. So you're going to get 1 from just nothing. So hold on, +1 plus 2 from mountains plus, is that it? Lake, river, coast. So you get 1 from just whatever and 2 from mountains. So how did you end up with 4 before? Oh, you begin with, oh yeah. Oh yeah, trade. Okay, cool. And you're gonna get +1 from trade here. So that's it. So you're gonna have 8 resources. So unless you decide to expand, you'll get, oh, all right, you're expanding. Sailing to the northern tip of the island southeast of Maw. Okay. Oh, interesting. Wait, so now I'm thinking there might have to be a rule where you need sailing level 3 to expand to islands. What do you guys think of that? Because basically what sailing level 3, or what's it called? Sailing and fishing level 3 unlocks the passive growth from coast. That's deep. No, you don't need to go to the deep sea because it's right off the coast. So, okay. I think you'd at least need sailing level 1, maybe level 2. Maybe that's it. What do you think of that rule? And then let's go ahead and do it. Now let me know what you think. Everything's flexible right now, so that's why I want to know what you guys think. Voyage, I love that. That's cool. So, from Stroth. Okay. So here's a tough rule, fantasy fan. This is going to be tough on you. I'm sorry, but I got to do this. So because you've spread out, you have to use a migrate action to move people from city to city. And you have to move them from Maw to the settlement. So if you wanted to set up a trip from Maw to set that up, you'd have to either take them straight from Maw this turn, which let's see what we're looking at, or you'd have to use migration action. So you could take from Shout, you could migrate to Maw this turn, and then next turn you could go. But if you wanted to bring all the way from Stroth, you'd have to move from Stroth to Shout to Maw. Now what's going to happen in the Age of Kingdoms is there's going to be trade routes. I'm going to create routes between them. And at that point you'll be able to migrate, as long as there's an unbroken road, you'll be able to migrate all the way to there. But for the Age of Tribes, things are a little less fluid. So you can see how like expanding to an island once you've got a kingdom with proper trade routes would be a lot easier than expanding to an island where you're just, you know, a little, a big tribe at this point, but still more tribal in nature than, you know, like an organized civilization. Alright, so you'll use Maw. You're just going to take 15 from there. Cool. Now let me know if you're not wanting a different number. And I'm going to say Maw. Voyage, like that, I think it was, right? Alright, cool. And I see like you've got like an imperial kind of expansionist philosophy, which I like. So Voyage is going to definitely have coast, and I guess it's going to have plains, right? Because I didn't put any mountains or forests or anything, so... Oh, but you can't have coast and plains, so you've got to decide if you're going to settle in the middle of the island kind of thing, or on the coast. And I think you told me that. Southeast of Maw. Northern tip. Same number, so you're going to be right on the northern tip. So I assume that means you're going to go the coastal route. Because I don't think you have agriculture anyway, so that makes more sense. And, yeah. Yeah. It looks like you're setting up for a fishing empire. That's the impression I'm getting anyways, but we'll see. Alright. Let's add our city name. Alright, that's fine. I don't know if you can even see the dot, but you can believe that it's there. Alright. Cool, man. Put it right there so that feels right for some reason. Okay, cool. So, the stream is stuttering for me. Alright, well, it's still got green on me here. Ugh, it's annoying that that's happening. Hopefully it'll clear up. In case you can't hear me. Alright, cool. So, yeah, I'll show you your cities. So you can't see the Google Doc, Professor Stratego? Let me just send you the link. I guess maybe you can't see it. I don't know what system you're on or whatever. It'd be really good if you could see it, because then you could just kind of look at your own info. But I'll scroll over there in a minute. Oh, but then maybe you'd have to change it between apps or something, and then you'd lose the stream. I could see that being annoying. So right now you've got 39. Let's just a little less distracted. Randy Horcs. 39, 41, and 32. You're going to expand to... Oh, good. It's good. Alright, yay. You're going to expand... I want to settle in a new city between the mountains and the sea. Over my cities. New city between the mountains and the sea. Right here. So then the question would be, if you put it right on the sea, I think you can get coast and mountains. If you put it in the middle, I think you can get plains and mountains. So you got to choose between coast and plains. So you're going to get mountains either way. And actually, if you put it right here, you can get mountains, forest, and plains. But you can't get mountain, forest, and coasts. So you can get mountain coasts, or you can get mountain, forest, and plains. So decide on that. And 10 from every city. So we changed the rules, but you can't get Morgan Brack. You could take them from either Morgan Brack or Grad Garad, because it's about the same distance. I would suggest you take them from Grad Garad, and you can use a free migration, because Grad Garad and Mayon are in the same territory. You can move people from Mayon to Grad Garad. So you can choose as many from these two and put them in there. Or you can choose just from Morgan Brack and put them in there. Alright? Because they're not touching yet. See, there's a gap here. Once that gap closes up, you could just choose from all the different cities, because they'll all be in the same territory. I hope that makes sense. I want to get mountain, forest, and plains. Good choice, good choice. You have a ton of resources, my friend. So let me add up your resources now, because that's done at the beginning of the turn. So you won't be getting the resources from the new settlements yet. And but you also won't be growing. But you still get resources even when you settle, I think. Oh no, we added your resources at the beginning, I think. And then we subtract. No, it was 6. I don't think I added them for this turn, right? Which would mean you'd have 4 now. Did I add them for this turn? I don't know. You tell me and I'll believe you. 15 from each. So let me know. Do you remember if I added your resources at the beginning of this turn? Before I subtracted the 5 to expand? Oh no! Wait, you might not have enough to expand. I think you had 1, and then you're gonna get 2 from forests. 2 from forests. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna take it. I think you were at 1 because you got military last time, and you had 6. So we're starting your turn right now. You're gonna get 1, 2, 3 resources. 1 from each forest and 1 from something else. So you're at 4. You need 5 to expand. If you want 1 more resource, what's it called? I can provide it. Alright? But I have to take them from Mayon because it's the closest city. Or I guess I could take Grad Garad, doesn't matter. And I have to take them to Plax, I guess. I don't think I can have them. Oh, I did take them from you guys before and put it in Globule for a trade. I don't think that was legal, actually. Oh no, Global is the closest because I took it from up here. But right now I think I have to take from Plax. So I will give you 1 resource which you need to do the expansion, but it's going to cost you quite a few humans because I know you want to expand this turn. So I'm going to take 20 humans, 20 orcs for 1 resource. Alright, what do you have to say about that? Stratego. Yeah, the border growth we're gonna do at the end. Did I skip you? Did we not do you first? Mollusk. Okay, I think I got really confused. What just happened? No, no, no. Whoa, I'm totally lost now. Oh my gosh. Okay, I did skip you. Actually, and I skipped myself. Alright, rewind, rewind. So you're gonna have 4 resources, but I'm gonna change it to 1 right now. I think I just saw Professor Strat giving his thing and I just... might migrate his forces at will since his territory is overlapping what elves are a sleeping giant. Oh, that's true. He could like throw all of his guys into Esgard and just attack any of these, like Gradgrod. I think you could go for Gradgrod, Mayon, or Fishix. Just oh man, or Vovan, Globul from Yitzt. That's true, man. A sleeping giant. I like how you put that. Yeah, no wait. Did I not? Did I do something for this guy? I don't think I played the human vampire's turn. Yeah, I don't think I did. So I'm gonna do this. Then we'll do border growth. Yeah, because look, you guys built this. That's how I know I didn't do border growth yet for this turn, because these were built this turn, and they don't have borders. So I need to finish with this turn. These guys, okay. So let's see how many resources. This guy's a resource powerhouse. We've got oh, and imagine, oh man, I've got to get, oh, okay. So I know what I'm going to do this turn. I'm going to take an advancement. So we're going to get 3, we're going to get 4, I think, right? 5 because of this, 1 resource per turn. So 8. So I'm going to leave it at 3 because I'm going to spend 5 right away. And we're going to, see, the vampires are starting to realize that the mountains, that they'll be creating these awesome castles and stuff like that. Oh, 2d10. I gotta remember that there's 2d10 defense if you're in a mountain and you get attacked. Gotta remember that. Territory not expand past mountains without mining. Okay. So I'm gonna take mining level 1. And this is kind of gonna be a little OP, you guys. I know it's kind of unfair because I know the game so well, but this is gonna push your potential. And I didn't create this. I mean, I thought Jimmy was gonna play, so I didn't like make this to be OP. Wait, what was it? Mining level 1. Level 1. Castles. You know, like Dracula's got a castle. So that's the masonry. You could have like caves, could be a specialty, or you know, like mines that you dwell in. Maybe I should have done that. Anyways, +1 resources for mountain. So I'm not gonna get that until next turn though. But then I'm gonna start getting, oh my gosh, 6, 7, 8 resources per turn. You guys better watch out. Things are about to get crazy. Maybe I'll just attack you from Jimmy's empire. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see. Or I mean, no, things won't get crazy. Okay. You've only had 1 turn so far, Andre? You built this. No, I think you had a growth turn that you forgot about just because it was really uneventful. I think we've all had 2 turns, but the first turn for everyone was pretty much just a boring growth turn. So I think that is why the confusion has set in. So I've got to do my expansions, alright? Everyone think about your turns. I know, Professor Stratego, you already kind of figured it out. Mollusk, you're going to be next. I'll just let you know how many resources you're going to have. It's going to be... I think you're only going to get 1 resource still. So if you want to trade with Jimmy, the price is going up, baby. The price is going up. We're gonna last time it was 6 resources per turn. This time it's 10 resources. That's what I offered. That's what I'm gonna offer everyone this turn. If you want to buy it, it's 10 human beings, 2 human beings, 10 humanoids per resource. Oh, but I've only got 3, but that's okay. I'm gonna get tons later. Okay, cool. So let me expand these territories, and I'll check the chat while I'm doing that. Horkium? Thanks a lot. Okay. Oh, I've only got 3 resources. So that means you're going to need to secure 1 resource from someone else. That means either the orcs have 1 resource, wood elves have 3, drow elves have 8. You can trade. How did you get 8 resources? Oh, because of the mount. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. So you might want to try to trade with one of them. You can either, if you can find a better deal for all 4 resources, then you can do it with that, or you can trade 40. Oh, you don't even have 40 humans, but you're gonna. Oh, and you're not gonna grow from a settlement, so you really need to find a good deal. And you can do something like ask for resources, and then also, by the way, the drow, if you upgrade your trade, you'll get extra resources when you do trades. So if you get like trade level 2 or 3, I think you start getting extra resources when you trade. But you could like say like, okay, just give me 4 resources this term, and I will give you, this many humans next turn, or this many humanoids next turn, and then maybe you betray them next turn and you don't give him the humanoids. All right, like that's the kind of game this is. You can trust each other, you cannot trust each other. There's no, there won't be a rule enforcing that if you make a deal for that, like you'll do something later, like a peace agreement or something, or an alliance. Like I'll give you 4 resources, but then you have to help me in an attack against this person. Then, but there's no way of enforcing that, I should say. All right, I'm gonna try to do this quickly. Oops. So Vovan and Yitzt should expand before the purples. Oh man, this is cool. Wait, let me save it. Okay, and you won't and you can't expand past the mountains unless you get mining level. That's what I'll do one more time. Mining level 4, I think, allows your territories to expand past the mountains. Oops. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm being so picky. I'm just gonna leave that little thing. Then let's not forget about Voyage. Oh yeah, and it should expand into the ocean actually, slowly. I think that's going to affect the fishing trade. If and when that becomes a thing. Okay. I think that's pretty much covered up now. And then Yitzt, just gonna take over the rest of this forest pretty much. And then also coming outside of the forest a little. Same with, I guess all of these guys are just kind of expanding a little bit past the forest. Oops. Might be a little too far right there. Just pull that back a tiny bit in case you want to build a village right there or something. And then also we got for board. Why am I so mean? 5 halflings per resource. Why don't you trade with one of the other people? Trade with one of the other guys. I'm mean because you guys tried to band against me with the fantasy NATO. So you're mean. I think that's actually a pretty reasonable argument. So yeah, trade with one of the other players if you want a better deal, man. I ain't a charity case. I'm commanding a vampire civilization. Like, I'm not trying to cut you a break. Oh, and look, your territories are going to be touching. So actually, that whole thing I said about, you know, you can move this from that and blah blah blah, that doesn't matter anymore because on this turn your territories, what's it called, met up. But on the downside, you can't put any more towns on this lake, so you can't. All right. Oops. All right, we're almost ready for the halflings, you guys. For you halflings. Did I miss anything? If I did, you gotta let me know now. And otherwise, let's get going. Let's keep going. We're gonna have one more round, and then the cataclysmic world event of the wizard Shams from the wastelands. All right. And I was going to actually. All right, yeah, this should be fine. Ooh, I think I'm gonna have to do the Cataclysmic World event next time because this has been a really long game, but I'll announce what it is. But I have to come up with the mechanics, so you guys can spend this week messaging each other and coming up with strategies and stuff, or considering how you're gonna deal with this threat. All right, so let's see. 20 halflings for 30. 20 halflings to Erskard for 3 resource, and the 3 were okay. And then he said deal. Alright, I see it. Stratego, I got your border growth. Yeah. Okay. So you're doing 20 halflings. So I'm gonna take them out of here. Then you're gonna get the I think you meant 4 resource. Oh, because you're gonna get 1 regardless. So you're gonna get 2. Then that's the 1 from your just being alive, and you get 3 more, so that's 5. So your things are really low, so you're gonna expand, but you're gonna have a very low population because you're gonna have to take them from. You can take them from either. So how many people do you want to move and to where? Yeah, I need to make a Discord. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a Discord. If someone wants to, wait, hold on. Can I do it while I'm on the chat? I'm gonna do it while I'm on the chat because I want you guys all in it. Wait. I'm gonna start it fresh. Horkium. So wait, where is Horkium again? So while I create this Discord channel for Pen and Blade, I want you guys to let me know. Wait, can you copy and paste where exactly you said you wanted the Horkium? I know it's near Morgon Brack, but I don't know exactly where. So, oops, excuse me. What's all this, man? Log in. No, I want to sign up. What the? Alright. I don't know how to do it, you guys. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. I really wanted to just do it right now. So I could just give you the link and you guys could have that. Alright. Aha, oh yeah, that's true. If you settle there, that was so you're free to settle there, but I'll let you answer. Where is it? The other side. So let's see, where are we going? Community tab on the channel. Yeah, I think I need like 10,000 subscribers or something, Fantasy Fan, about the community tab. I wanted that, and I saw there were like quizzes. I was like, how do you do that? And I haven't met one of the, I think you need 10,000 subs. So get me a few thousand subs. Oh, okay. So Horkium is going to be by the forest near Mayon. Is that correct? Forest near Mayon. Forest next to my Hork brethren. Okay. So, that to me means right around here. How close do you want? You want a little bit far off so that you have a couple turns for... Oh, do you have the plains thing? Yeah, you do. So you might want a couple turns of passive growth. Because once they touch each other, then you're going to lose the passive growth bonus. Gotta understand that. So, I believe so. That's the one, like, I know there's, like, discussion area or something, but like, to post, like, a little quiz or whatever, I'll have to relook it up, but I was looking into that, and if it's what we're thinking about, yeah, they locked it. I have to make some bots, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna put it right here, so that it's on the edge of the thing. Oh, it's right in between Vovan and thing. That should be interesting. So I'm gonna make it right in the middle. And we'll see what happens. Boom. Perfect. I want it to be smaller. Alright. I can't get a dot right. That's how I know I gotta stop in a sec. See, look at that. How many times have I done this dot? Seriously, you guys. This is embarrassing. Alright. Now, gotta go to cities tab. Put my little dots. He was in the wrong tab, that's why. Of course. Then we're gonna go here. I'm gonna get the settlements. I'm going to grab another 4-board. Boom. We're going to name it Horkium. Hashtag Horkium rocks. Alright. And then how many people are you moving down from Horkium? Esgard should gain 20 families. Thank you for reminding me. Esgard. Oh man, you just... And then I already took off your resources, I'm pretty sure. Right? Yeah. Yeah, because then you would have had much more. And then, so then we got to move some people. How many people are you moving? 7 population from Fishix. 7 families from Fishix. Alright. It took a little while, but I think it was well worth it, because that was pretty fun. I'm just imagining these, like, micro communities of savage halfling, like, barbarians. Just, like, very small tribes of families where everyone else is living in these bigger tribes. They're just, like, you know, just keeping it real. So we've got forest. We've got plains. You don't get a passive growth because you expanded. You got taken all your resources. Boom. And I think that's it. So that's good. So yeah, you're going to start getting forest. So that's great. Alright. Orcs. I remember you had a master plan, so let me give you your resources first. Forest. That's 2 forest plus your regular resource. That's 3. Right? Yes. So that's going to be 4. So if you want to expand, you need 1 more resource. Where will you find this resource, my friend? Where will you find it? Now you've got tons of guys. I know the exchange rate was 10. I almost want to charge you more, like 20 for a single resource. You must make a... Yeah, I really want to make a video about drawing horcs. Lag! I want to settle at the mountain plains and call it the Mountain Plains Forest. Ooh, and calls it Wars. So you need 1... I'm gonna charge you 20 humanoids for 1 resource, but you need 1 resource if you want to expand this turn. Andre's got resources. Fantasy Fans got resources. I've got resources. Only person who doesn't is halfling. Is a mollusk. So work out your deal, and I'm gonna assume that you are gonna work out the deal. Start to take the steps to adding this new town. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 160 161 162 So we've got mountain, plain, forest. Yep. Zuga Shamas. Shamraz. Is that a calling out the wizard? Is that like calling out the wizard? Wizard Sham? It's a great name. It's a great name, Shamraz. So we got this guy right here, and then we've got. Where is? Oops. Take Horkian. And let's. Oops. What on earth? Alright. I don't know what that is. I think it's just a glitch. Yeah, it is like the Wizard Sham. But I thought you guys were against the Wizard Sham. Warzugha Shamraz. Oh man. That's gangster. I think my computer's starting to overheat. Maybe that's why all this lag was happening. And then how many people were you going to move? And where did you get the resource? You better get that resource, man. I don't want to be putting in cities for no reason. Bless you. For 10 families. Oh, so Mollusk did it. For 8. Alright, so mollusks give you a resource for 8. Oh wait, mollusk doesn't have a resource though. Sorry, mollusk, your plan, unless he wants to trust you, then you're only gonna have one resource. I think you want to make a deal with Endre. Yeah, but mollusk didn't. Oh, so you're gonna trust mollusk, all right? Oh, but mollusk just doesn't actually have a resource to give you. So that's the problem. So Endre, will you accept his 8 population plea? And I'm gonna go ahead and is Endre next? Yeah, so you're gonna advance. So let me go ahead and do your thing. If you decide to give him one resource, we'll just do that. That's we already did your turn. So basically the way I'm seeing it is that no, you don't. The problem is, Mollusk, you don't have a resource. You've already spent it on the expansion, and that's in the past, so we can't do it. So you've either got to do the 10 with Endre, or I've got to erase Warzuga Shamraz. Alright? I suggest you take the offer. I think it's pretty fair, but it's your call. And in the meantime, I'm going to start calculating Endre's resources. But just so I remember, I'm still on your turn. All I have to do is figure out the resources and the trade. Okay? You're going to get, but so far we haven't done any of that. You're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 resources, I believe. 1 from each of these. Oh, here, let me write what 4 bold has. Oops. Is going to be his coast. I think that's it. Is it just coast? Because it doesn't get plains if it's on coast. I think that's it. So you're going to get 3 and then 4 because of your other one. So that's 7 total. Alright, you get 7 resources. And then you're probably going to grow. Alright, so your city's right here, and I'm going to assume you gave their 10 resources, your 10 population for 1 resource, and I think it was going to Earthguard, so this is 47. -1. Oops. -1 to 6. So we've taken care of that here. We're going to add 1 here, 5. That goes to 0 because of this expansion, cost 5. And then we're going to -10 from -10 from, I don't think you said, but they're all connected, so I'm just going to take it from, it's the closest one. I'm going to take it from the closest one, Mayon, or Gralgrot, I don't know. Let's say Mayon, whatever, doesn't matter. You can move them around next turn, or now, yep. Alright, cool. So, Andre, it's your turn. So, I think you said you were going to advance, like your tough food gathering through hunting. So, food gathering, so you want extra resources. So, Andre, if you want to increase your resources, let's see what options we have here. I think carpentry, level 2, is going to give you +1 resources from forest. That's going to be huge for you. I don't think you have carpentry level 1. So you could start building towards that. All you have is military level 2 so far. So you could get carpentry level 1, which will give you extra defense. You can do more resources. Just a flat 1 resource per turn if you take magic utility level 1, which you can get to level 3 for just a flat 2 resources per turn. You could get trade, which will give you 1 resource per turn for every player you border. So you're going to get 1 research per turn from Vovan and 1 research from Globul. And actually, I think that you're passive now that you're bordering them. I don't know if the forest, if you're passive growth from the forest, it might, I think that's going to end now. Yeah, I think it's got to be the same as everything else. So now that you're bordering, I'm going to say Yidst and Vovan are bordering right now. Ertsgard and Yidst. So Slungard might get its normal passive growth, and Forbord will get its normal passive growth, but not Ertsgard and Yidst. I'm not sure if I should count this as all one piece. That's the other thing. So anyway, so I think that's it. If you build something near the mountains, you could take advantage of that, but no. Oh, +1 of all settlements are within, so that would have worked, but now that you have Forbord, you wouldn't get that resource thing. And I think that's it. Alright, so let's see what you have to say. Fantasy Fan is hoarding, oh my gosh. Now remember that you can only do 1 thing per turn, so if you can only spend like 5 resources per turn, you can't spend 10 resources to get 2 advancements. That's actually an upgrade for culture though. I think that's the level 4 culture. Or is it religion or something? One of them gives you the ability to oh, here. This is level 3 academia. You can do 2 advancements in 1 advanced turn. Yes, we are going to stop very soon. Good point. I wanted to keep going until around 12. So I just want to finish up this turn. So let's do this faster, and then I'm going to let you know what's going to happen next time, but I won't actually start. And I feel you, man. School. Alright, advanced carpentry. Alright, good, cool. Andre is advancing carpentry, which means he's going to get his passive, don't worry, we're wrapping up real soon. Oh, I gotta find carpentry down here. Let me do that. And then you can also choose a speciality. So if your carpentry is specifically, like maybe, I guess you already have traps in military, but you could have carpentry traps or a specific type of trap, or walls, or maybe shields. That's why you're really good at making shields. I don't know. Spears, whatever. Carpentry, you can choose a speciality if you want. And I'll come back to that whenever you want. Whenever you let me know. Cool. Alright. So then you get your passive growth. So you won't get from Ertsgard and Yidst. I feel like since this is all one contiguous thing, then this whole area loses because it's bordering. I don't know if that's the way. What do you guys think would make more sense? For this time, I'll give Slungard its growth because it needs it. And I kind of like that method, or else... I don't know. I have to think about how it's going to play out in later game mechanics. Well, let's give Slungard 1 growth. 6. Go Slungard. Passive growth, so it just gets 1, 11, and then we're going to give, for board, it's 1 growth from coast. 6, wow, okay. There you go, man, the sleeping giant. Alright, Andre, and then you're going to spend, you spent 5, did I give you your resources already this turn? I think I did. You have 1 left, right? That was 6, yeah. So there's 1 left. Because you traded them. I think I gave you resources this turn. Let me know if I didn't. Siege tower tech. That's awesome. I love that specialty. Alright. So I feel like this, so to give you an idea of how this advancement might play out as the World Master, my call would be, if you're attacking a city that's not, like, you don't have to cross a body of water or like an obstacle to get to that city, then you're going to get an offensive bonus, maybe another 1d10 or something like that, because your specialty is siege tower. But then if you end up crossing the water, then that won't be the effect or something. Or maybe I'll make you roll something, and then if you get an even number, then you get the bonus. If you get an odd number, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that's the kind of thing where lag after lag, lag after lag. All right, we're almost done. Slungard should get it. Yeah. In the Discord, I don't know. I couldn't set it up. What I'll do is I will create a video. Once I've created the Discord, I'm gonna make a video announcing it, maybe. Either that, or I will... No, you know what? I'll post a link to the Discord, to join the Discord in this video's chat, like later tonight, basically. So come check back on this video, look in the chat. It'll be the pinned comment will have a link to Discord chat. Alright, let's keep moving. Yeah. We're good. Yeah. Alright. Alright, fantasy fan. I'm kind of scared of what you're gonna do, man. You're killing it. Oh, how many did we move to Voyage? Oh, no. I don't think I moved, because Maul looks like it's still got all of them. How many did you want to move? 10 or something? I know that was last turn. So, fantasy fan, you're up. If you can just let me know how many you moved to Voyage. I'll use Moss. I'm getting close. Hold on, I think I might be able to find it. I can't find it. So let me know how many you wanted to move. Oh, 15. Great. Awesome. And expand advanced military, specialty infantry. Alright, 6. So 15 went to Voyage, which I think means that there were only 3 in Maw. And since you're choosing an advancement, you will still get your passive growth. So we'll do that in a moment. I don't think I gave you resources this turn yet. You're a killer when it comes to resources. So you get 1. Okay, let's do 1 from regulars, just getting everything. 2 from mountains. 2 from trade. 1. Wait, no, 1 from trade. 1 from trade. So 4. Yeah, I think that's it. Because, yeah, you've been saving up for 3 turns. So you get 4 more, so you're at 12. And you just spent 5. So that means you're at 8. Again. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, oh, 12. Oh, yeah, not 8. 7. Okay. So you got 7 resources. You're advancing military level 2. Yeah, we're gonna stop soon. Sorry, dude. Yeah, like literally. Wait, when's your... You already did your turn. So yeah, I'm just gonna do these last 2 turns, and I'll just do a growth phase for that to make it quick. So, 15 minutes. No later, no more than 15 minutes, God willing. Okay. But it's 3 p.m. exactly. Right here, it's noon where I am. I got up early so that hopefully it would work out for you guys. So, or what I consider early. Okay, let me finish this up. What did you say you were gonna do? Oh, fantasy fan. Advanced military. Good, good, good. Level 2. And I actually remember what it is. It's that. Defense. Get that. That's the bonus for level 2. Infantry. Alright, man. You guys better be worried about Fantasy Fan. He's a contender for the throne of the Empire. Okay, let's do your passive growth. So, so 1 river. So 3. 3 for Stroth. So let me do this. And while we're wrapping up, let me know your thoughts, anything you might want to change, anything you really like. 5, 2, 3. So another 10. And again 3 over here. 5, 2, 3. Alright, that's crazy. Literally same order. 33. And then River Coast, so that's 2, 4, 3, 7. And then Voyage is going to get 1 from Coast. 5. Look at that, man. You got a pretty nice civilization coming up there. Very advanced. I don't know how you ended up, oh, maybe the quick expansion in the beginning. See, I don't think that would have been possible with the earlier rules. So it'd be interesting. I hope we get a chance to play again with the same people and maybe a similar strategy and see if it comes off. Yeah. Oh, no worries, man. Come and check out the end of the video that you missed, the recording, and you'll see what I've got planned for next time. But you already did your turn. We're not going to do any more turns without you. I'm just going to finish up the last 2. Yeah, Mollusk, we did your turn because you were the first one at the beginning. So literally, I'm just going to do... Oh, that's it. So basically, I just have Jimmy's turn. So I'm going to just... you know what? I'll roll Jimmy's thing later. I'm going to let you guys know about the world event right now. Hopefully, Stratego's still on here. Alright, Mr. Stratego? So in the world event, something crazy is going to happen. The wizard Shams is going to summon a creature so powerful that it will threaten the very island nation of... what is this place called? Whatever this continent is called. And it's going to be traveling across the lands, destroying city after city. So I don't know if you guys want to team up or fight it. I don't know what the mechanics were going to be. Initially, actually, I was going to have be summoned by the strongest civilization, but it was going to do a lot of damage to the civilization. So I might still have that. I'm not sure if you guys will fight the Wizard Shams or if one of you guys will end up being the villain. Do you have a strong preference on that? If I do the Wizard Shams, then I might have to add another nation. I don't know how that'll work. I have to think about it. But I'm going to make the Discord chat, and you know what? I'll actually maybe I can create a chat room specifically for ideas on what the cataclysmic, or what the world event that we're going to start our next session with will be. I'm also going to expand the territories right now. Lag! Alright, I have a feeling everything's lagging because I'm not seeing anyone in the chat. If you destroy Horkium, yeah, but you might have to create, like, then they'll rise together and they'll build Neo Horkium or New Horkium, and it'll be beautiful. So yeah, let's give Horkium its territory, baby. Got some blue down here now. Look at that! Oh, glorious! That's beauty if I've ever seen it. I mean, this is a great map we got going on here. I'm liking how the territories are all working out. And they're really starting to come up right next to each other. Oh yeah, we got good old Warzuga Shamraz. Warzuga Shamraz. The peaceful wood elves, my butt. Already. The fantasy NATO. Alright, you guys want to take me on? That could be an interesting scenario. What's this patch of rogue land here? So I think I did, yeah. Oh, I didn't really get into the forest, so let's give it a little bit of that. And then I think I came all the way over here already. So Horkium will have at least one passive growth turn phase, but it looks like that's going to be it. Oops. Yeah, my computer's starting to lag. The laptop's like 150 degrees on my lap. I think we've gamed hard today. Once my borders touch. Wait, what? What's up with the evil once my borders touch? What's gonna happen once my borders touch? Oh no, I missed it. Alright, whatever. Alright. So let's finish with, so I've already done I've done the halflings, the orcs. I'm working on the drow elves. Then I will do the, oh, and then I've got to grow the, I forgot to do Drinks' turn. So just wrapping up right now. If you guys have any questions or ideas, it's going to be a Cataclysmic World event. Then we're going to start the world event at the start of next session, next Sunday, God willing. And then after that, we will, it'll start the Age of Kingdoms. So I'll probably draw in the trade routes at the beginning of next session, and or not, yeah, like what's it called? Just the roads and stuff. There'll be roads between cities, and then you'll be able to migrate more easily between cities that are connected. And yeah, it should be pretty cool. So we've got Voyage right there. Moss coming out into the ocean. All right, cool. So we did that. Let's get our wood elves, and then let's do the last growth phase, or whatever I decide to do. For uh-oh, they're touching. Which means Volvan will actually now get a trade route resource bonus for their trade technology with you guys. With the wood elves, man. Alright, and then just drink some global, that's it. We're good. Oh, wow. It's getting kind of big, kind of fast. Alright. So that. So let's do a quick growth phase, all in good fun. Yep, I hope this game will create bitter enemies out of all you nice internet folk. So let's see. +1 resources from mountains. So check this out. 2, 4, 6, 7 from just random. 7. Is that it? Then +1 resource per turn. 8. 11 resources. So then I've got to upgrade one of these. Which one should I go for? Maybe magic? I've got to upgrade this turn and then do some passive growth. The human livestock, what utility level 2? Take no terrain penalties on attack. That could be good. Do you guys see anything? Possibly stop the borders from expanding in exchange for building a wall around my territories. Interesting. A mechanic where the borders stop expanding. Alright. I'm going to think about that and get back to you, but I have a feeling I might say no because I feel like the borders expanding is one of the big things that forces players to start attacking each other and doing, you know, like interacting more, and like, because it's a big detriment. Once your borders touch, it's kind of like, ugh, unless you're going to become a trade empire, you kind of want to just take over the other people. At least that's how I feel. So, we are Hork brothers. See, so, but I mean, it's an interesting idea. What if there could be an, I don't know. I'll think about it. The idea of like, can you create a small nation or stop your nation from expanding? But there would have to be a trade-off where there's something that kind of bad that happens. Not bad, but like, you know. So this is interesting. I can convert population into resources, but that's the opposite of what I want. I want to be able to convert resources into population, and that is the religion. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I need. I need to be able to start converting my resources into growth. One resources for 1d6 is not the best trade, I think, so that's why it's not super powerful. But but if you were to roll a lot of sixes, it would be pretty decent. But imagine if you trade one resource for like 1 or 2 population, so it's not the best, but if you got a lot of resources, it could be worth it. So I'm gonna, since that's what I've got going on, I think strategically that's a good move. And even though I kind of wanted to get advanced, to get like level 4 in one of these, it's okay. Religion, level 1. Alright, we're about to wrap it up. Let me know if you have any questions or anything in the chat. So I spent 5 resources, right? Yeah. So then that's at 6. And I think I just got to do the passive growth. So we're going to get 1 from the river. Oh, 6. Nice. And then 1 from the river at the bottom. And that's it. At 1. So we got 6 here. 8. 1. Alright, you guys. Oh, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Let's see what you guys have to say in the chat. Horc drawing video, definitely. I don't know when. I'm going to have to practice drawing my horcs and perfect it before I can do this. Let's zoom out and look at this map and save it. Yeah, dude, create some lore for sure. For this world, you mean? I would love nothing more than that. So we'll definitely have to, we got to name this world. Could be, I don't think it should be World of Horc. But I like the idea of maybe like an anagram of Horc. H-O-R-K. Roch? No, that's horrible. I don't know. We can have a, can we do like polls? Maybe everyone can suggest a name for this continent, and then we'll have a poll in the Discord's chat, and then whatever it is, I'll put the name up here, and then we can start developing. You can develop lore for it, and it would be cool if this world developed into a world that you could play D&D campaigns or something in. I mean, it's already neat that we've got all these different cities that have a little bit of history. Slungard is my favorite. I love the idea of these degenerate, like, just this I don't know, these elves that are just total bums. Alright, let's vote on the Discord. Perfect. So you guys come and check. Hey, what up, Radioactive Roach? You're a little late, but some modern map making. Oh, interesting. See, I'm very much in the fantasy genre type of thing. But one thing I might want to do is draw this style of map, but based on like real locations. I did that for Egypt. That's what, like, I'm half Egyptian, so I thought it'd be interesting to study its geography and the course of the Nile and everything. Alright, you guys, I'm going to stop because I know Professor Chigo's got to get to bed so he can do well in school tomorrow. And, yeah, that's it. So we're going to have a cool event next time. Think about it. I'll create the Discord chat. Come check back tonight, maybe even in a few hours, on the comments on this video. It might actually take a while for this video to come up. And maybe I'll put it in the comments of another recent video. So... or I'll put it in the channel description. I'll put it in the channel description. So come and check on the channel description and join the Discord chat, and we'll chat all day and night, and it'll be fantastic. Alright. Over your neighboring farm. Oops, sorry. Take a picture of it for me. We'll put it in the Discord chat. We should have a Slungard chat just for like Slungard type conversations. Father. I don't know what that means, but alright. Goodbye, son. Oh, did I call you son last time or something? I don't know. Okay, thank you. Yeah, this has been way too much fun. What's the Discord? Yeah, I have to create it. I was trying to create it. Come check back on the channel description later tonight, Radioactive Roach, and I shall... Oh, show my face at the end. Alright, that's a good point. I like to keep things kind of personal. Peace, God bless, and stay fantastic, everyone.